this what you wanted? What's wrong with you? You don't make sense. Feel like I could flip at any moment. Faces playing in this with me.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Well, Singy, today we get to see one of the game's best power hitters. He's tied for the league lead in home runs.
Yeah, he's not just hitting dingers. He's crushing them, Boog. No paint scrapers for him. His bat has been a huge boost to this lineup. Question is, how will they pitch to him today?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go, and today on the hill, Kyle Bradish. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Here's Pete Alonso. And that one fouled off. Lindor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss.
That was a bad one.
But you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
In the air out to center, and a base hit right there. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And now it's Juan Soto, hitting a ton of homers this year. Second most in the National League. And that one popped in the air, left field. O'Neill under this one. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And a foul ball. Man at first, one away. And he grounds one to the right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. And they get the out. Here's a Mets lineup now. At the very bottom, hitting ninth, Jesse Winker.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Cut on and lifted in the air. He's got it, and that is that. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 1 and the Orioles coming up. Back now at Oriole Park. Today's starting pitcher, Sean Manaea. What do you look for here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was late. The Mets would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting third.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ball one there. Lifted in the air out to left. Nimmo ranging after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Batting fourth.
All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Cedric Mullins.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Tyler O'Neill now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Slice down the right side. Mountcastle leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Outside with a breaking ball.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
This one in the air. Alvarez settles under this one. Squeezes it. And that is that. One left for the Orioles. They trail here 1-0. And we're back. Top of the second. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Bradish back to work. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Vientos, the next to hit. Out to short, Henderson. Over to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting it, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Ground ball up the middle. Henderson throws to first in time. Here's Jesse Winker. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets lead one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2, and into the box for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Right through there for a strike.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? Double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Yeah, that's fouled off. One out, base is empty. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Stepping in, Jordan Westburg.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And he hits a ground ball right side. Mateo sends it to first. Lindor retired.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. On the corner for a strike.
0-2.
And the polar bear strikes out.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And that one sliced foul. Soto hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. 2 down, nobody on. Sneaks through, base hit. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
0-1.
Soto, the runner at first with 2 gone. In the air, out towards left center. And that's the 3rd out. Mets strand 1, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Counter.
To the right side. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Another look at it. Singer, you seeing enough to change the call?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, it's close, but I think after looking at it a few times, we can see that this guy's probably out, and could be a good use of the challenge right here.
Looks like we've got an answer, and he's out. They took a chance with the challenge, and it paid off for them.
Upon video review, the call of
Jorge Mateo now.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Swings through that one. 0-1. That one missing inside. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Back-to-back base hits. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. So next to hit for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Now batting.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And he's already singled in this game.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Tying run is in to score from second. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
On the ground. They get the force, and that will end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Hauls it in for the out.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco.
Now, Francisco Alvarez doubled his first time. And a base hit up the middle. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously? We're starting with this already? So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. Grounded out his first time. That's to third. Here's Mateo for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the fourth. All tied 1-1.
Just some whips we roll. Oh, always we know. Just something.
Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Balls, 2 strikes.
And the lefty kicks, delivers. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Toss to Alonso. Rutschman retired.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Bravo, Laureano.
Laureano comes up to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a big swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a
0-2 the
tough
count.
situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Goes down looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off for
a
the
pitcher's
Mets,
duel
the
so
second
far.
baseman,
Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
McNeil.
Bradish back to work. And that's in there at the knees.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it,
Now
they're
batting,
producing
the
more than a
center
hit
fielder,
per inning.
Jesse Winker.
And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. Grounded out his first time. In the air to left, down the line. O'Neill should have this one. Makes the grab. And there's 2 away.
All those numbers mean this offense is really
Now
making the
batting, the
defense
shortstop,
work by just putting the ball into play.
Lindor.
Anything can happen at that point.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Singled back in the first and scored their only run. He's 1 for 2. That one ripped. Mullins brings it in for the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check out the latest
for the
news from
Orioles,
around the league.
Third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Winker makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Colton.
And the batter now, Colton Cowser. Reached on an infield single his first time. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1.
Sliced hard but foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
That's inside.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
2 outs, base is empty. Now one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're through 5. All tied 1-1. Top of the 6th inning. Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. Alonso in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Drilled out towards left center field. Mullins moving back for it. And it's gone. Pete Alonso takes him deep. His 52nd home run of the season. And that gives him a lead. It's 2-1.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here's Juan Soto. No question about this one. It's out of here. His 51st home run of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Kyle Bradish out of the game, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching
coming on for the Orioles, Andrew Kittredge.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Gregory Soto up and loosening in the pen. Perez, the power lefty, up as well. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ripped to short. Henderson over to first in time. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. And stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money. Nice play.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 outs. Base is empty. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle. Base hit. And that extends the inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now it's going to be Mark Vientos. And that one clips the corner. Alvarez off of first with 2 away. Now a fly ball to right center. Mullins under it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back now at Oriole Park. John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Cedric Mullins. That one close, ruled a ball. And it's 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a foul out of play.
You know, these Orioles need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Mountcastle stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Fought off foul.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
So 2 down now, and here is Gunnar Henderson. In there at the knees. That's strike one.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Orioles held in check there, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Now pitching
The
for
new
the
pitcher
Orioles,
in the game, Gregory Soto.
number 65.
Well, walks have been a big
Gregory.
issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
And now here's Jeff
Leading off
McNeil.
the net,
Has
the
grounded
second
out a
baseman,
couple of times.
McNeil.
To the right side. He steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The center fielder, number 3, Jesse Winker.
So up next, Jesse Winker. Outside.
that's out.
Ball 1. And
2-0.
another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. 2-2 now.
We got full count.
And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of
The
his
batter,
career
the shortstop,
since day one.
Francisco
Man at first.
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Grounder might be 2. To second, there's 1 out of Mountcastle. It's a double play. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mets 3 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. Taking
Leading
a look
off
at our game
for
summary.
the Orioles, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Just missed.
Nope.
The rest of the lineup could
balls,
learn
no
a thing
strike.
or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
In the air on the infield. Lindor corrals it. And there's 1 down.
The catcher, number 35, Adley.
Here's Adley Rutschman. A switch hitter batting right. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Inside,
Inside, ball
just
2.
missed. The Mets trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Well struck right field. That one's deep. Pulls it into the warning track.
Now back, the designated hitter, Bravo.
Here's Ramon Laureano. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Two outs. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Score holds. It's 3-1. We go to the eighth, and here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
Soto back to work. Rip towards third. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number one.
Now batting, right fielder Juan Soto.
Ground ball right side. Whips it to Mountcastle. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter, the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's in there for strike one. And that's downstairs and outside.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Down in order go the Mets. And the score stays 3-1.
Pitching for
so out of the pen comes the right-hander, Sean Reed-Foley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Jordan Westburg digs in now.
The third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Splits the plate, 0-1.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Winker brings it in with a nice running grab.
Those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Mateo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a foul straight back. And he lays down a bunt. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is out of play. Tying run at the plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out to short, Lindor. Fires across the diamond, and that will end the inning. And the Orioles leave one, and they still trail it here 3-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Perez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. It's 0-1. This one in the air, right field. Cowser snags it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Mets, the catcher.
Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Base knock, center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. And first offering is fouled off. Perez measures 6 feet even, 28 years old, and he was born in Cuba. That to right. They got it for out number 2.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. That one the other way. They take the force out, and that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 3 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Down the number 2 hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
For the Orioles, the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Just missed.
1-0.
And a foul ball. Aye. The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch inside, and the count's full. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. He's in there.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes The adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
And that misses. And 1-1.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Diaz is just 1 strike away.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And there's a ball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Somebody love it, hate it, no matter the situation. What? Everybody rich to someone who got nothing.